The Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf case has spread far and wide. And it's really crazy to see because I'm used to some true crime cases blowing up and getting a lot of attention, but that's usually with the help of the mainstream media. When it comes to the Austin Metcalf case, for the most part, the media has kind of been radio silent. You'll have some outlets that will pick up on the story here and there, but for the most part, the media hasn't really been talking about this case, but it blew up anyway because people on both sides just really feel strongly about this case. And everyone is talking about it, from comedians to politicians to YouTubers like me, and now a famous UFC fighter, a former champion by the name of Strickland. I'm not sure how many of you all watch the UFC, but this guy was recently champion, and he actually just spoke out about the Karmelo Anthony case. And he kind of made me think about something that I have not thought about yet when it comes to this case. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say. Karmelo Anthony, I want to give you some legal advice. Cash out that GoFundMe check, cut off your ankle monitor, and go find the smallest, dirtiest hole in the world to spend the rest of your life. Because your ass is going straight to effing jail. Yeah, a lot of people think that Karmelo's going to get found guilty. And I keep saying, look, if you look at the facts of the case, yeah, Karmelo is guilty for sure. Karmelo even admitted he's guilty. But it all depends on the jury. And I'm telling you right now, these people got some tricks up their sleeve. There's a lot of connections between this activist group that's representing Karmelo and certain DAs, certain police officers, police chiefs, politicians, you name it. So things are going to get interesting, okay? Things are definitely going to get interesting. But, you know, there's been so much chaos swirling around in this case that I never really even thought about the fact that, hey, maybe Karmelo could be a flight risk. You know, we got a long time before trial. There's a possibility that Karmelo could make a run for it. Now, personally, I don't think he will, which is probably why I haven't put too much thought into it. But, you know, after Strickland said this, you know, it really made me think like, yeah, well, this family did just raise a lot of money. And hypothetically speaking, if they wanted to, they could give Karmelo like $400,000 or $500,000 and just send him on his way to some third world country or something like that. Now, would he get caught along the way if this happened? Yeah, maybe, whatever. But I'm just saying that the possibility is there. And the fact that they already moved Karmelo to some top secret location, right? They already moved him to some location off the grid for his safety. So who's to say that he doesn't just run away? And when I think about it, if this did happen, which I don't think it's going to happen, but if it did happen, it wouldn't even have to be an entire plan that the family came up with or the activist group came up with. Karmelo himself, he's 17 years old. He already made an irrational decision by stabbing someone in the chest. So that lets you know that he has poor decision-making skills. That lets you know that he will act out irrationally. So he could be sitting there getting scared about trial, not wanting to have to, you know, deal with whatever consequences that may come to him. And he could jump out his bedroom window and try to make a run for it. So all of those things are definitely possible. I think they're more unlikely, at least in this kind of case. But hey, it's on the table. And Strickland's just like, hey, this is like your best bet right now. Like, you're definitely going to get found guilty. So if you want any hope of being a free man, just go and run away right now. Now, I also see a lot of people like in the comments saying that, oh, Karmelo is going to get life. He's going to jail for life. Karmelo is not going to jail for life. That's one thing I can guarantee you. I think best case scenario, at least for the people who want Karmelo to be held accountable, is that maybe he gets 15 years. I think what's really likely to happen is Karmelo will get found guilty, and he may do 5 at best with some probation or something along those lines. Karmelo's not going away for life. I know it sounds good to say that, and I know that, hey, that's what should happen to him. But no, they're going to take it easy on Karmelo if he's found guilty. But there's still a chance, right, that they're able to sway this jury in some type of way emotionally using these social issues like race. They may sway this jury into finding him not guilty. And all it takes is for one juror to not go along with the others, and then, hey, you got a hung jury. So I do think this case is going to be a lot more complicated than what people think. Because if you're not really following the case, if you don't really understand all of the chaos surrounding it, and you just look at the details, it's easy to say, yeah, he's going to jail for life. But that's not how this is going to play out, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want you guys to get your hopes up for that, because that's not going to happen. Will he get found guilty? Maybe. Will he go away for a little while? Hopefully. But it won't be for a very, very long time. Just at least not as long as what people are expecting. But if and when he does go to prison, he's going to have a very hard time. Because Karmelo lived a privileged life, okay? He's not like a lot of the other people that he's going to be locked up with. And there's already going to be a mark on him the moment he walks into prison. I'm sure that some people will take him under their wing, but other people are going to be targeting him. And like I said, this is a soft kid. Yeah, maybe he took someone's life, but that's really what a coward would do. He's someone who wasn't even willing to get into a fist fight at school. So I can tell you right now, they're going to take him up through there when he gets to prison. They're going to take his honey buns. They're going to take his ramen noodles. He's going to have some 340-pound man rubbing through his little twisties. Oh boy, Karmelo is not going to, I'm telling you, people like Karmelo, they don't usually do well in prison. So I don't want to say I feel bad for him, but if it was someone else, I would feel bad for what's probably going to be done to him. Let's just say that. But as far as this, cut off your ankle monitor and run away, I guess that is kind of a possibility that is on the table. A possibility that I haven't really explored because I don't think it's going to happen. But we got to acknowledge that, yeah, it could happen. And as crazy as this case is, I'm expecting some twists and turns along the way before we get to court, ladies and gentlemen. But you guys go ahead and let me know what you think about this. If you like these videos, if you support the channel, consider supporting via Cash App or Super Thanks. Or you can support the channel for free by liking the video, sharing the video, and commenting below. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.